to discuss is the color blue. And while I talk about the color blue, I'm going to be drawing a blueberry. My pencil just snapped. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to start drawing a blueberry and talking about blue. So to dive into blue, blue is a primary color, which means that no two colors can mix together to make it. And then the complementary color to blue would be orange. Some things that the color blue symbolizes is trust and loyalty. Loyalty is, I don't know really how to describe it, I guess showing someone that they can trust you and like that you love them and everything like that. Confidence, which is feeling good about yourself and, you know, just confident in yourself. Faith, which is like believing things. And then truth. Just getting the basic outlines for the blueberries on the paper first before I go in with the color. Okay, now that I'm going with the color, feelings that we associate with the color blue, there's a lot of those. Some colors, some feelings are the feeling of being calm and like tranquility, and being like sleepy and stuff like that. And then there's also, one of the main ones is being sad, like when somebody says that they're feeling blue, that means that they're feeling sad or not too happy, just kind of down in the dumps. Being lonely is associated with the color blue. The cold, like the winter and all that stuff, is blue. And then blue is actually the color that is supposed to make you the least hungry. And that goes back in history. Basically, there's not really a lot of foods that are blue out in nature. So our brains are just kind of wired to think that the color blue is something that we normally shouldn't eat. In nature, a lot of poisonous things and things that we're not supposed to eat that are bitter are blue. So our brains are just kind of wired to not be hungry by the color blue. So that's a color that is supposed to make you the least hungry. I don't really know how true that is, but yeah. So some characters that are the color blue that we can see on TV. One of my favorites would be the genie from Aladdin. The genie is blue, and this one you kind of have to think about. The whole movie takes place like in the desert with all the sand and everything like that, and in the desert there's not a lot of water, and water's the color blue. So the genie being blue in the desert and everything is just kind of like a breath of fresh air, and he just gives a feeling of life and liveliness to the movie whenever he pops up, and he symbolizes the freedom and the hope for Aladdin and stuff like that. Another character would be Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. Eeyore is like a grayish blue, kind of, but Eeyore is a very sad character in Winnie the Pooh. He's pessimistic, which means that he doesn't really like to look on the bright side of things. He always sees the glass half empty. And in the show, or books or whatever for Winnie the Pooh, the opposite character to Eeyore would probably be Tigger. And Tigger is a tiger, and he's the color orange. And they're the opposite characters in the show, and they're also the opposite colors, because orange and blue are complementary to each other, which is something interesting to think about that I just found out and just put together, I guess. And then another character would be Squidward from SpongeBob. Squidward is also kind of pessimistic. He doesn't like to look on the bright side of things. He's a grumpy character. He's lonely, he lives alone, doesn't really have many friends in Bikini Bottom. He's sad, he's not really that energetic, he's just kind of monotone and just, you know, just a quiet character, not too happy, which is some stuff that we associate with the color blue. And some things that we can see in nature that are blue would be the sky, the water, and like the ocean, blueberries, blue jays, which are birds, whales in the ocean, and then just winter in general is blue. And then let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Blue's just a very nice color. It's my favorite color, and that's blue. Yeah.